Well, Adriana, you're up here. Test. Does it work?
Yeah, I think it is.
Not real well.
Oh, hello.
Oh, yes.
Adriana, up here. All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Culinary 101. This is my first 101 and Chef's 101, but before we begin, I wanted to introduce you to Miss Adriana, which I know all of you know her very well. And obviously Chef Brian, our executive chef. So Miss Adriana is one of our leads. So what does that mean as a lead? Miss Adriana is responsible for all of the operations on the front of house, especially when myself or chef is not present. So she is in a sense a supervisor, but we love to use the word lead because our team members are empowered. But the good news is that she's a second resource for each and every one of you. If for some reason there is a question or concern or something you want to talk about, even the positive comments, please feel free to stop her because she will be the communication to Chef and I as well, okay? And obviously, Chef Brian being the executive chef responsible for the entire culinary division, including the activities, holidays, CCs, assisted living, skilled nursing, and all the good stuff. So, and then I, of course, Nicole, have the pleasure of being the front of house manager, and my baby in focus is all front of house. Not so much the cooking or the cleaning behind the scenes. It's going to be your servers who are at the tables with you, and then the team members are setting up all of the coffee bistro stations, and then also the fruit and the lobby at the town center by the Billards. Got the banana. Got the banana.
We'll get my hearing aids.
Perfect. So before we get into some questions and what we have for the next few weeks, I will let Chef kind of say good morning to everyone.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Good morning. As Nicole mentioned, this is our first 101. So we are kind of an open discussion first, kind of some recap of the new menus that we had. We would love some feedback on it. I understand there might be some changes or adjustments that need to be made to it, and I'm all for it. So if anybody has any suggestions for that, please feel free to yes.
Excellent. All right. So for the remainder of April, we do have on the 23rd our Passover dinner. We are ending the reservations for the Passover dinner today. So if you have not signed up yet, please make sure to sign up at the front desk because at 5 o'clock tonight, I will be pulling the reservation sheet, and Chef and I will start preparing for the ordering and all of the fun activities that will go with that dinner, okay?
And it's here.
It is in the auditorium, and the big focus I want to say as well for everybody to rest assured, just because you're not coming to the Passover dinner does not mean you have to go home and cook. The vine will be open like normal on Tuesday night from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock, okay? 4 o'clock to 7 for dinner on Tuesday in the vine, and we will have a normal vine dinner menu separate from the Passover experience here in the auditorium on Tuesday night.
I really appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for doing all that.
Of course. And then,
Nicole, is it a separate menu also?
it will be, yes,
Yeah.
correct. It is a separate menu. We are not going to be, I almost brought the menu with me, but let me see. Oh, please.
We have barbecue.
Yeah, I was going to say, Passover will not be celebrated in the vine, to be transparent on that one. Okay, we want to protect the experience for the residents who are going to participate in Passover, and we do not want to interfere with the residents who don't participate with Passover or any of the Jewish holidays, okay? So we're excited for that one. We also, next week, you will see some activity going around with marketing. We have 2 marketing events on the 23rd and on the 25th with about 15 to 20 prospects coming into the community. If you're around the auditorium on either Tuesday or Thursday, the Tuesday one is at 10:30. Feel free to stop by and say hello. And then on Thursday, it's at 2:30. And there's, again, about 15 to 20 people. After that, Chef and the team is going to be rolling into, on the 4th, we have the Derby happening, which we're super excited about for that one. Also on the 4th, Miss Cody will be joining us back in the Vine. So we're really excited to welcome Miss Cody back to the team. And then that rolls into Cinco de Mayo. So again, by next week, we'll have more communication going out. But for the month of May, we have Cinco de Mayo, we have the Derby, we have Mother's Day brunch, and then a Memorial Day barbecue. So we have tons of activations and activities going on to experience with each and every one of you with the culinary team, okay? Perfect. What questions do you have that we can help answer? Yes?
I'd like to know if the tablets are working out for you.
Okay, so haha, jokes on us, sore subject from last night. So tablets, what he is talking about is if our Volante, which is our POS system, is working. The tablets that we have, I want to say that they are working 90% of the time. Unfortunately, because they are set up with the Wi-Fi, anytime we have internet issues, thank you Spectrum for being here late last night to fix it. We will unfortunately not be able to access the tablets, only our main POS system, which is at the host stand. So some of our team members go straight there, and they have to stand in a line to put an order in, okay? Last night during bingo night, unfortunately, the Wi-Fi went down and we lost every order that was in the system. And the servers, in my opinion, did an incredible job on memorizing what the rest, round of applause for the servers. But they were able to memorize what the residents ordered, so we were able to expedite their dinner last night. So our goal is to make sure you are not waiting an hour for your dinner. Okay, that is nothing that Chef, myself, or our leads are proud of or entertained. Absolutely not. You know, we want you to come down to the Vine or CC's and have a normal dining experience. You know, that's something that we are excited about, is to have an offering for each and every one of you. So to answer your question, right now we have a little bit more work to do on Volante. I will reassure you that I, myself, and Chef are training each other on our own through this system to learn more about it and how we can take more advantage of the POS system. But hopefully soon it will be 100% the next time I get asked that. Anything you want to say about it?
So to add on, like Nicole mentioned, anytime that happens, we do have the communication between front of house and heart of house, as Ms. Nicole likes to say. So that every order that hasn't gone through the system gets verbalized right away, and heart of house starts working on it.
What other questions do you have for us? Yes, sir.
Could we have an alternate salad on, say, Tuesday and Thursday? Not two salads, but just a different salad at dinner.
So there is a lot of back and forth for a couple of months now.
Repeat the question, please.
Absolutely. So the gentleman had asked if we could have an additional option to a salad, maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays or every other day, some form of an additional offering of salads. That is something that we did take off the menu probably last year. I want to say it was like December, you know, give or take. So it's been about 4 months since that offering's been away. But because we've received some comment cards, and I want to highlight comment cards are super important, by the way. Comment cards were coming through. You wanted more green options, more salad options. So that is why on the new menu, we have multiple new salads, not just a Caesar salad that you can absolutely order. And please note, when you look at that menu and you're joining us in the Vine restaurants, you can order whatever you want. If you want to start with a beet salad, order a half or a full beet salad. And then you can absolutely still order a special one, special two, or a steak or a fish entree. The only thing we ask is please don't over order because we don't give to-go boxes. However, we want you to be not only full, but we want you to explore the menu and have some selection. So we will continue thinking about how we can be creative on offering a secondary salad, but right now we're going to focus on the menu rollout and then seeing how we can really grow from there. Okay, anything you want to say on that one?
Yes, as mentioned, with the alternate salads too, something that we figured out this week is kind of, residents want a second option. So to get a head start on that, we've been preparing ourselves with already having some of those salads ready to go, so you don't have to wait, a longer than usual for this salad.
Yes.
I had understood that if you order an entree from the right side and the left side, you would be charged for 2 entrees. So how do we prevent that?
Absolutely. So what her question is, will you be charged 2 charges if you order a special one entree and then order a steak entree or the cheeseburger entree? Okay. Again, I want this to be as simple as possible for each and every one of you. When you are dining in the Vine, whatever you order in the Vine is only 1 charge, period. If you would like to take something home, maybe you want a cheeseburger for tomorrow's lunch, you can order something to take home with you at an additional charge of $7.50. Whatever you enjoy while you're in the Vine will only be 1 charge. If you, though, ask for your carrot cake to go, 2 ice creams to go, a yogurt to go, and a cup of fruit to go, you would be told we will be delighted to offer that and give it to you for an additional charge because you're taking food out of the Vine, and that's a different experience. Does that help a little bit to that? Yes.
If you don't eat your desserts that you asked and have it take it home, are you charged for it?
No. So again, and I'm so happy you brought that up. So I want to be very exact on desserts. A dessert is either ice cream or the pie or the cake. In the Vine, we will give you a cake and ice cream, no problem. When you're asking though for cake and ice cream to go, typically that should technically be a secondary charge. Right now, we're not charging because it's not asked by 100 of you. Because we have to protect the budget that we have for the food cost every month. And if we were to give out 100 scoops of ice cream per night, that's gonna take us over our budget. And the last thing we wanna do is pull back on the lamb nights or the rib nights because we have money to play with, and that's how Chef actually elevates the menu for you. So it's not a basic menu, okay? So at the end of the day, the biggest thing is that we have to clear message is the Vine is a dinner restaurant. It's not a grocery store. Okay? And I mean that with no disrespect. But in the past, we were very much accommodating all of the needs of the residents because we care about each and every one of you. You're not just a resident, you're our extension of our family, and we want to make sure that you're all taken care of.
Nice to say, okay.
Okay? But having said that, at the February, when we're talking about budgeting, we got to make sure that we're aligned with it. Okay? So you will not have a surprise charge. You will be told in advance. Oh, absolutely, Miss Adriana, you want X, Y, and Z? We can take care of that for an additional charge. And you can decline or accept. No problem, okay? I know it's a sensitive subject, and I know there's a lot of back and forth with it. The more we talk about it, the more we can kind of understand together. It is something that my team as well is just as confused sometimes, not knowing right from wrong on what they can offer and not offer. And that's why my leads, myself and Chef, continue talking about it with them each and every day. Yes?
So the double portion of carbs, does that go extra?
Nope. So again, what she asked is if she gets a double portion of carbs, meaning if we are offering rice and she wants a couple scoops of rice, you will not have an additional charge. You're in the restaurant enjoying. We want you to go home content with a full belly. Most importantly, we want you to enjoy what the menu has to offer because that menu is created for your palate, and we want to make sure that we're entertaining that.
Palate and stomach.
Palate and stomach. Amen. Yes. Sorry.
Oh, I got here late, so I don't know if you covered this, but I noticed on the nice new salad, you can add chicken.
The protein.
I mean, was it chicken?
Yes.
Shrimp?
Shrimp. Mm-hmm.
Salmon.
Yes.
And
So
salmon. So I mean, that's like fabulous. And
Absolutely.
because it's going to be summer.
exactly.
Ravioli.
Yep, you are right there. So when Chef created the menu, and I can speak for him because I'm in the office with him as he's coming up with all these awesome creativity and the ideas are amazing. But with the menu, what her question was, and it wasn't so much a question, it's more of a informative statement. With our menu, all of your salads, the Caesar salads, the beet salad, the spinach strawberry salad, going into summer and spring, we know your appetite won't be as big as fall and summer, or fall and winter, okay? You're a little bit more warmer out there and you want to keep it, get that bathing suit going. So with that, all of the salads, you can order some protein because we want to have a balanced diet. You can order a spring salad with either shrimp or a steak or a salmon or a chicken. And if you want carbs, order of onion rings or French fries. You can make your own creativity. It's almost your build your own menu on the right side, which is super fun. So hopefully that answered that one. Yes.
A question about take-home boxes.
Yes.
Is it the server's responsibility to explain to us residents that they cannot have a take-home box for their entree? Or is that something they call you to handle?
Okay, so what her question was is who ultimately is responsible to communicate the to-go boxes in the Vine? It is the server's responsibility to inform the residents kindly with genuine touch to it. We don't offer to-go boxes in the Vine. I'm hoping by now it's very much out there. It's limited now. Last 2 weeks, it was constantly, residents were asking. I want to say the last 3 shifts or so, we've toned down a lot. So I think that message has been pretty clear out there. Does that answer that?
Yes.
Yes.
This is more of a technical question. How do you handle the scheduling of staff in the restaurant?
Absolutely.
Whether it's computer-based or how is it done?
Excellent. So scheduling formula, his question was, is how does Chef and I schedule our team members appropriately enough to make sure that your needs are met? Okay, we do have a ADP program that is our payroll platform, and then we utilize an Excel form that schedules accordingly for all of the operations in the culinary division. Right now, between Chef and I combined, we are scheduling about 31 team members spread out between skilled nursing, assisted living, CC's, the Blossom, the Vine, on top of activities when we have happy hour or barbecues outside or holidays that are happening. And then we're also scheduling accordingly for any special events that we offer for the residents to have on a personal level. So we do schedule that accordingly in a system. Thankfully, we're able to manage that, and so far it works out pretty good. But we manage it through an Excel form. Yes.
Half orders. I don't know how many people know they can order a half order, and if the servers know.
Yes. So that is, and this is why it's so important that I had brought Miss Adriana here, because she's involved as a leader to make sure that we are listening to the residents. So during our last food committee, we talked about half orders and waters. Those were two subjects that, waters we need to get better at, making sure that the water's at the table. Her exact question though is, does the server know and do the residents know, and are we allowed to order half orders, or are you allowed to order half orders? You can absolutely order half orders if it makes sense. You can't order half steak. Okay? But if you want to order a half baked potato and a half order of the spaghetti or the meatballs or sauce on the side or extra sauce, absolutely. The one thing I need a commitment on with you, and for most of you, you'll know that Chef and I are an open door. And we love being critiqued because that helps improve us, and it does a lot of strengthening with our team members. Okay? So if you order a half size portion and it comes to the table as a full size portion, I need to know right then and there. Please don't be embarrassed. Nobody's getting sent home. No one's getting a book thrown at them. But it's important that the server knows they were not listening. The only thing we want to do is we want to develop and train them. So if I'm present or Adriana's present, please let one of us know, or you can ask for Chef to come out. We need to know then. It doesn't help if we find out 4 days later, because I don't even know who your server might be. Okay? So if it does happen, please let us know. The commitment I have to you, though, is this is not going to be a long-term conversation. We will address it with our team members, and there will be training and accountability, and they need to start listening to what you're asking for, because we don't want wasted food either.
Exactly.
Yes.
Maybe if there was something on the menu that said half portions are allowed, or would you like half portion? If it was there on the menu, you'd say, I don't need a full portion of spaghetti, which is what I had last night, and I ate half of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will consider that. Definitely, we will absolutely consider that. We just purchased really nice menus and created really nice menus. Those ones are going to be in circulation until you get spaghetti thumbprints on them. They are printed on cardstock, which is a little bit more expensive for Chef and I. So when we go next month to reformat the menus, or if we're changing anything, we will absolutely take that in consideration. So thank you. Yes.
If I ask for a half portion and my survey comes with a full serving, should I send it back to the kitchen?
Okay, so I'm going to say it is up to your preference, but I will tell you, because I'm very transparent and honest, if you send the plate back, we're just going to take half of that portion on a new plate, and we're going to toss the other amount, the other portion of that food. because we will not play hot potato with the food, and we will not jeopardize the quality of the food either, and to make sure that we're controlling the safety of each and every one of you, and we want to make sure it doesn't matter if someone touched it or didn't touch it or breathed on it or didn't. Whatever goes back to that kitchen, typically it's going to get replated for your portion size, and then the rest will be disposed in the trash. That's why it's important for us to be able to control this now is A, voice it to your server, and if the server fails to listen properly, Adriana, myself, and Chef need to know right then and there, even if it's after you consumed your warm food. I'm not asking for you to stop your whole dinner experience and wait for one of us to come to you, or you can even, before you depart the vine that night, please let us know. Yes.
I specifically a few times asked for no veggies. And whoever was there brought me a whole thing of beets, which I
Yeah.
So by the time he wanted to bring me, he wanted to take it away, it was already in all of my food. I eat it, but they should listen better. And
Absolutely.
I specifically say no veggies.
Correct. So what her question was is, or not so much a question, just a statement, is from an experience she had recently. She had asked for no veggies, and veggies still came out. A couple of things that we're working on right now is, and it's going to take a little bit, it's not going to happen overnight. Okay, nothing's going to happen overnight. That's the one thing I'm going to really highlight. Okay, but I will promise you we're investing a lot in our team members. Okay, if the server fails to properly put in your order, and that's from a half size to no sauce to no potato or extra this and you didn't get it. If there's something that went wrong and there's a hiccup in your experience, we need to know before you leave the vine. Just please let us know, okay? If it's a repeat offender, or if it's Adriana that does it, I'm kidding. But if it's a repeat offender, please know that that will be taken care of, and we will get a little bit more elevated on the accountability. I do stress with my team members for front of house a lot on, I want to be fun and creative and have a good energy and be silly but professional at the same time. Okay? Professionalism is something I'm stressing and have been stressing with all of our team members since the minute I joined this community, and I want to make sure that we embody that throughout your whole experience. Okay, a couple more questions. Yes.
Back to half portions. Caesar salad with steak.
Yes.
The steak is, by the way, has been absolutely fantastic. The steak is sliced.
Yes.
But did you previously just say that I could not order a half portion?
Correct, because the steak, the salmon, the chicken breast, the proteins, the salmon, right? Those are already pre-cutted and they're already pre-weighed. So you can't, it would do no justice for us to send out half of that steak when the other half isn't gonna sell. Because it's gonna be slim to none that there's coincidentally 2 residents who want a half steak. It's virtually impossible, even if you were to go out to a fine dining steakhouse and pay a high premium for a steak, it's not as realistic. In the far back?
Thank you. I use takeout.
Yes.
Every single night because your restaurant closes too early for me. The variety is the same week in and week out. One week it's this, the next week it's this. I need, or I wish you could offer more variety on your takeout menu. Is that a possibility?
Absolutely. So his question was, why is our takeout menu so boring? And I'm so glad you brought that up. So I'm going to circle on that question to answer with a couple more highlights for takeout and delivery. Okay. With takeout and delivery, Please know that you are not stuck to only ordering from that slip. If you want to order from the right side of the menu, please know that I have extra copies in standard piece of paper, not a cardstock, of the right side of the menu. The steak, the salads, so forth, the fish, the burgers, the hot dog, famous hot dog. You can order from that menu 6 days out of the week. The only day that you can't order on the right side of the menu, which is our everyday menu, that is on Sunday. Because on Sunday, we only offer what's offered in the brunch. Does that make sense? Yes, sir.
Well then, is it possible to put that menu in the books that we return our weekly menus in?
So
that we can see what it is and maybe add that to my
Okay,
menu?
brilliant. I like this. I like where this is going.
Otherwise, I wouldn't know how to get it.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, if you want a copy of that menu, please let me know. I'm gonna get you a copy of that menu, okay? If what he had said is, how could we read the menu? How could it be available right then? So what I can do to help you is, I can put an extra clear plastic sleeve in the blue books, and I can put a copy of the menu there. The only thing I'm gonna ask is, please don't take that menu home, because I need that menu to stay in the book. But if you want a copy of the menu to take home and pin on your fridge or on your cork board, absolutely. We have tons of extra copies for you to take home, and I would love for you to order off of that. I'm going to protect the environment and not print off 500 of the menus every week for everyone to just choose from the selection, because that menu will stay the same through the summer. We typically only change the menu 3 times a year. Okay? So I will commit to putting a plastic sleeve in all of the 3 blue books, and we will have advertised in there the menu that you could additionally order off of for pickup and delivery. And when it comes to pickup and delivery, please know as well, we have committed to making sure that what you pick up is the same entree and garnishes that you'd be picking up if you joined us in the vine. So if you order a salmon, my team is being retrained right now, and Adriana is committed to help me spearhead this, that they have lemon and tartar sauce and whatever's needed to go with those entrees. We want to make sure once that order gets to your room, or you pick it up and you get to your room and you sit down and enjoy your dinner, our goal is to make sure you don't have any extra tasks to have to go in your refrigerator and cut up your own garnishes and so forth, okay? Please know on the slip as well for pickup and delivery, there is a spot on the bottom that just got added on Sunday where the team member has to put their name. So again, this isn't tattletale on anybody, but if your order is wrong, please drop that slip off at the concierge, at the front desk the next day or whenever it's convenient for you. They will put it in my box. My leads and I will now know who we need to sit down with and let them know, hey, you forgot the soup. Okay, so that they understand it has attention to it, okay? We have time for one more question. Rock, paper, scissors. No, I'm kidding. Yes, sir.
Is that me?
Yes.
3 things.
Yes.
Believe it or not, there are several people here that are vegetarian.
Yes.
One little suggestion. It's soup. I'm not vegetarian, my wife is. She would like some soup, but it's a mystery because we don't know whether it's vegetarian or not. A simple V on the night that either one of the soup or vegetarian would be very, very helpful. That's number 1. Simple V. Every day because you print it every day. Number 2, pasta. There's a lot of pasta from time to time that's no way close to vegetarian. Have some marinara sauce available. That's one thing I don't think we've ever had here since I've been any marinara sauce. It's a simple thing and cheap too. And number 3, and sometimes the most important, the veggies, the knives that we have in there can't cut the veggies. When they are cut, they're raw. And you've heard these before.
Perfect, thank you. So one was vegetarian, highlighting what's vegetarian on the menu and soup. Chef and I are working on that. Please note that's been in the comment box over the past few weeks, and because it's hit a certain amount of numbers on that comment card, it is bumped up to a priority, okay? So we are working on that, hot off the press. You might see it coming tomorrow on the menu. Perfect on that one, okay? The other question he had was about a variety of marinara sauce with the pasta. Please know that we are getting more and more creative with the menus, but we got to make sure that we mirror what all of the residents want. There's 200 and some odd residents, and each and every one of you have your own preferences and your favorites, and we are trying to balance that out, so we will keep that in mind. And then, give me 1 minute. And then the last question was talking about so the steak knives. We have been ordering steak knives, and we talked about this in our food committee. We've been ordering steak knives for the past 2 months. We have a small budget for cutlery, so we've been focusing on purchasing little bits of these beautiful steak knives as we're getting through. Our goal is to be able to, by next month, have enough in-house that when you sit down at the restaurant table, the steak knife is already there. Okay, so that's something we've been working on for over 60 days now, and we are this close. Okay, yes.
In recent years, I've had trouble finding enough things without spice because I have indigestion now. And the menu sometimes doesn't help that, particularly on a Mexican night or something like that. Everything is all no good as far as I can eat.
So
there needs to be some kind of little bit of an alternative for people like me.
Absolutely. So she had asked about, made a statement that a lot of the food sometimes is too spicy or has too much seasoning for her personally. Again, that's talking about trying to even this out for everybody, okay? That is why, yes, sometimes it's hard for us to manage that personal request throughout the entire menu. But the good news is you can always ask for sauce on the side, like the brisket the other night. But again, if for some reason on our specials for that night, it is a little too, has a kick to it, you don't want that kick, that is the night that you take advantage of the right side of the menu. And you order out the right side of the menu. Sound good? All right, so again, please, we apologize. We're heading now to assisted living. I know you have more questions. I want to thank each and every one of you, A, for being here, B, for being our partners. We could not do this without each and every one of you. And it means so much to us that you took time out of your day today to be here with us right now and moving forward. We will make sure we're available for you. If you want to email us at any time because you have something you want to talk about, Chef and I will set time apart to meet with you. We've done that on special occasions. We want to be here for you. Our ears are listening and our minds are working a million miles an hour for each and every one of you, okay? Please utilize the comment cards. Stop us anytime if you need anything, and I hope truly we can end this on a positive note, and I truly hope you've been enjoying not only your menu, but the experience with the culinary team.
Thank you. Good job, guys.
Really?